There are plenty of opportunities to make money on the Wednesday MLB slate. And today we're going to talk about two games in early action, looking to give you an advantage over the books as you start your day. We like to jump right into it here. And as we do, go ahead and like this video if you're a fan of Wager Talk and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you, and WagerTalk over 240,000 subscribers and counting. If you're not already part of the team, we'd love you to be. So like this video and let's dive right into it. We're going to begin with the Rays at the Brewers. Now, the Brewers finish off a series with the Rays today after dropping the opener. This video is being recorded on Tuesday evening, so we don't have the results from tonight's games. But we did see Milwaukee drop their first game of the season. It was tied 2-2 in the ninth, and we had that situation where a reliever walked a batter, and next hitter up hits a double, 3-2. That's your final. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. You cannot be walking guys if you're coming out of the bullpen. And anyway, that's the way the Brew Crew dropped their first game, and it happens. It just happens. But today, Jacob Mizorowski takes the mound, and his first start was phenomenal, going 5 innings while allowing just 1 run on 2 hits. But what was so impressive was the 11 strikeouts that he recorded as well, and the strikeouts that the bullpen came in and executed as well after his departure. It was record-setting, and we know that Mizorowski is a flamethrower, right? The movement on his pitches was electric. Fastball starting in the inner half and ending either on the paint or even inside in some cases. He is clearly in great form from a season ago. And that's really no different from last year, right? Where he ranked in the 99th percentile in fastball velo. He had a high whiff percentage and a K rate at 32%. That's nearly 10 percentage points above the league average. The Brewers also had the sixth best bullpen in terms of ERA last season, so we can feel comfortable for the most part once he exits here. And then let's talk about the offense, because in 2025, they scored the third most runs in all of baseball. They were tied for second in batting average. The run production, the Brew Crew they continue to churn out runs year after year. This is an organization that has been extremely successful and is now looking to take that next step. And fast forward to this season, and as of Tuesday evening, they're tied for the most runs in baseball this year. They're second in batting average, and they have the highest OPS. So Mizorowski is probably going to get a lot of run support. Not that he'll need it very much. Drew Rasmussen's the starter for the Rays, and he's coming off a strong start of his own. He's the reason this price is being kept in a reasonable range, in a playable range for us, sitting at minus 143 in the opener. But when you look at the Rays, you have to wonder about their run production and where it's going to come from, because this lineup appears to be very top heavy when you watch them play. They've got about 2 or 3 guys at the beginning of the lineup that can consistently produce, but the back end is very weak, and that's going to lead to a lot of losses because they just can't contribute in those situations where they need to, moving runners over, singles. You get the idea. General run production. The back half of the Rays lineup, just not a strong contributor moving forward, and that makes them a team that's going to be hard to bet on, but they're certainly not likely to score very many runs against Mizorowski, and the bullpen's strong enough to warrant a play on the full game in this one. Give me the Brewers minus 143 for our first game. Now, we started the MLB season red hot out of the gates, and all you have to do to become a client is go to wt.buzz/JA. Now, let me tell you, your best value is on the long-term subscriptions. I see a lot of you guys buying through the All-Star game, full season passes, and that is the way to go, even weekly or monthly. And the reason is You want a long sample size here. You don't just want a one-off, and you save the most money. We have all kinds of deals going on. For example, right now, if you buy 3 days, you get an additional 3 days free. But jump in on a weekly pass, a monthly pass, and that way I can consistently cash you tickets over a long period of time. So if you're not a client already, join our team. Definitely become one. Head to wt.buzz/JA. Take your sports betting game to the next level and start cashing some baseball tickets. All right. So moving right along here, let's go to the Nationals at the Phillies. And the Phillies were smacked in the mouth by Washington in the opener of this series on Monday. Taijuan Walker gave up a ton of hits, 10 to be exact, en route to 7 runs given up over 4 2/3 innings, and he had more walks than strikeouts. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. The result was a 13-2 loss, and Philly really needs to get their offense going. I mean, we know how talented this team is, but they have started really sluggish and ineffective out of the gates. We know that positive regression is on the way for this team, and it could and probably will start today. Today could very much help their case as far as run production, because Cade Savali takes the mound for the Nats. Now, Savali gave up 3 runs in just 3 2/3 innings of work, and he had 3 walks as well, so couldn't even make it through 4 innings of work. That was against the Cubs, and he's not a bet-on guy. In fact, he's a pitcher we want to fade. Some positives: Savali, he doesn't strike out many batters, so we can expect a lot of contact from the Phillies. And last year he got hit hard with a barrel rate of 11.1%. The Phillies also will not need much run production, similar to the last game we just talked about, with Christopher Sanchez taking the mound. This is a full-blown ace and one of the best pitchers in the game. He has certainly established himself among the elite. Now, Sanchez was phenomenal in his season debut, throwing 6 innings of shutout baseball on just 3 hits while striking out 10. Another double-digit strikeout performer here. And this is what we've come to expect out of Sanchez as well. His metrics from 2025 are off the charts. I'm talking 99th percentile in pitching run value with a WOBA of 264. Obviously, this line is way too high to just play the money line. So we're going to cut down the juice here. We're going to take the Phillies on the run line at a reasonable price for our second free pick today. Like I said, I like a lot of games on the Wednesday MLB slates, and I will have best bets up. My top rated selections always reserved for the clients. So go to wt.buzz/JA and become one. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, and I will definitely be out with another MLB free picks video for you real soon. Until next time, good luck with your bets and happy gambling.